Hello, Luiginoids. This is LuigiXRules playing the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword in the last episode. Oh gosh, I didn't go over what we did in the last episode, even though it was only a couple of days ago. I believe that was the one where we cleaned up some stuff in the sky. And then came here to Theron finally to do these things that opened up like 5 episodes ago. Why is Fi yelling at me? That's weird, I don't see the low battery thing. Oh, maybe she was going to tell us about the mark over here, because in this episode we are going to be doing Lake Floria and the Ancient Cistern. We'll see if we get all the way through Ancient Cistern. Well, I remember this thing. Before I got my Wii Remote and Nunchuck set up, this was like near impossible to do. It was the hardest part of the randomizer with keyboard controls. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, I was going to say that, like I said in the last episode, I am planning on just speeding all the way through Lake Floria. There are a couple of goddess cubes to get here, so I will go over those when we get there. But for now, I'm just going to speed through this. Alright, so coming up here, we are going to encounter the first, not only chest, but also goddess cube. Here, you can see the chest immediately, but there is a goddess cube around here as well. First though, I'm going to collect the chest since it's right here. And then I think, oh no, okay, you can barely see it in the corner there, but the goddess cube was on screen for a little bit. Okay, just as a reminder, we are looking for 2 more sword upgrades and the final Earth Temple key. And so, those are the last things I believe we need before we can complete the randomizer. So, there's a lot of these guys around here. I like to try to ignore them so that we can just get to the goddess cube. And, alright. There's Goddess Cube 1 of 2 in Lake Floria. Well, it's only kind of in Lake Floria, I'd argue, but, anyway, we need to, just get to the end of the area now. Now we have the one intro to area cutscene that we can't skip for some reason. I never understood why you've never been able to skip this cutscene. But anyway, ooh, I need some here. Alright. So, now we need to grab these chests. I still haven't figured out the fastest way to go about it because, yeah, you can get onto the ledge there, but I feel like there should be an even faster way. Anyway, here's one of the chests that's in this, like, I guess, hub-ish area. Just a blue bird feather. Alright, I would have loved to have just sped through the Ancient Cistern, because Ancient Cistern is actually, if you don't have to collect any of the items, it is probably the fastest dungeon, because it'll be easier to explain once we get there, but basically you can just go in, enter a door, climb to the top, use the boss key, bam, you're done. Just fight the boss. Alright. That one would be one of the largest gaps in between just, rushing to the boss and completing, and completing the, and collecting every item in the Ancient Cistern. Alright, so, well, what we just got there was one of the 3 items that we needed, the, second to last sword upgrade, so now we're down to 1 sword upgrade and the Earth Temple key. Now this Goddess Cube is definitely one of the weirdest ones in the game, because it requires you to return to this area with the claw shots, which, why would you ever return here with the claw shots? But, because you wouldn't have the claw shots at this point, so you can just claw shot up to these vines, and then the Goddess Cube is right up here. So that's one of the weirder ones. And now that we're here, that's the other one in Lake Floria, by the way. I don't know why I said it's only kind of in Lake Floria. It's definitely in Lake Floria. Now anyway, what does this guy say? So I need to go to the Fire Sanctuary to defeat the Earth Temple guy. Ooh, you know what that means? That means I... Let's see. Oh wait, Moldarok... It sounds like that might... No, because Scaldera is the boss in the Earth Temple. Never mind. I think we've already gotten that hint, actually. Anyway, time to enter the Earth Temple. Or not Earth Temple, gosh. Dang. Ancient Cistern. Alright, this is the dungeon where we'd get the whip. Honestly, this music doesn't sound too bad so far. I recall saying in the past that the music in this place isn't the best, and it's... I don't know, I think the music's kinda eh. Actually, no, the music's fine. It's the dungeon itself. I'm not the biggest fan of the Ancient Cistern. Anyway, once again, we're going to have to go through here and not complete the puzzle. I'll explain again the combination lock that I kind of cheated on in my first playthrough, and not in the looking up way, in the I just brute forced it way. I think it's right here. There's supposed to be this whole order of the dungeon thing, as you can see here. Temple Secret Order. I brute forced and it's literally just up, down, left, right. They should have made it a more complicated puzzle because this is the first combination lock like this that you get. Yeah, I've also told the story of how I wasn't big on this dungeon the first time I played it because I don't know exactly why. I was just not expecting it after already completing the Skyloft for the second time. And I was also confused because I wasn't sure exactly when you'd get all of the items because, you know, the magma mitts are one of the dungeon items, which is... You'll see my opinions on that if I ever do the 3D Zelda dungeon item ranking. Alright, just ignore this guy, and then drop down here. Let me check and make sure, because I'm not too familiar with everything that you can find in Ancient Cistern, so let me check. Oh yeah, all this is for one chest, I forgot. All this is just for a small key, normally. Alright. Hey, I was supposed to destroy you. Oof. Sorry about that, Link. Let's get you some air here. There, whatever. Let's just climb up. And through this door should be the one chest that's this direction. This dungeon seems like it has a lot of stuff that's just like a lot of areas that just lead to one or two chests. So hopefully we find some stuff here. I was about to remind everyone yet again what all we need, but I think y'all get it by now. Alright, well that's that taken care of. Now, we do have the whip already, so we can just climb up here. One of very few times you actually have to use the whip. Oh. Okay, that was weird. That's why I normally just... Wait. I think I accidentally locked onto it. Somehow. Yeah, there's no chests that way, I believe. There is, the chest here, and then of course we can use the claw shots to just skip to the next part. Alright, another empty bottle. I think there's one more of those, because I think there's 5 in this game. I don't know why I know that, but, so now, as I just said, just claw shot over here to get to the next chest. What is it? Alright, a gold ruby doesn't get us anything. Alright, let's just skip this whole section and start entering the second half of the dungeon, create some shortcuts. Actually, is it the second half of the dungeon? I'm not sure. Because I think you have to go along this whole path just to... Yeah, hang on. What exactly are we doing here? Gotta remember that. Because, yeah, now we can't get the boss key until we come back. But how do we... Oh, wait. Yeah, how do we go behind the waterfall again? Oh yeah, it's down here. This is what you normally do after finding the chest for the first time. Also, did not want to move that lily pad like that. I wonder if you could just mess yourself up by just making all of the lily pads not... Like, if you just made all of the lily pads turned up, then how would you do... Or how would you, like, whip the rest of them down? Alright, so there are a couple of things down this way. I think this is what you're supposed to do normally, right after you get the whip. I think we're about to encounter yet another room that is trivialized by the claw shots. Claw shots are really useful in this dungeon, so let's grab this. Wow, yeah. I was saying the other day, like, or the other episode, what if all of the remaining heart containers were just in the Ancient Cistern? Looks like there's definitely some hearts here, although that, I think, was the first one in the cistern itself. So, here's one of the cooler instances of the whip. You can hit stuff through walls or through bars. That's what gave me the idea to try hitting the time shift stone in that one place. Linear mining facility. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's some butterflies. Let's see if we can get this to work. Here we go. Oh. I have to defeat him first. Alright. And now we can go up like that, then we can draw something. Usually I draw an arrow because arrows are the things you most likely need. And now we should be able to get the goddess wall thing that I've been struggling with figuring out how to get. So, oh yeah, I also learned this trick. I don't remember if I've shown it off yet, but apparently there's a little trick here. Normally you're supposed to swing from up there, but apparently if you look up, then you can lock onto this and just use the whip. Okay, I think it's time we start speeding through the dungeon. Hang on, first I should see, is there even any point in continuing on this path? Yes, there is one more item on this path, looking at it, so... Wait, we don't go in here yet. Yeah, whoops. Okay, now we go in there, and yeah, there is one more chest, which I'd say is probably the best use of the whip in the entire game. Because, I don't know, I've said it before, but I really don't understand the whole thing with the whip. It's like used in this dungeon, once in, I believe, what was it? The next dungeon, the sand ship, and once in, Skykeep, I think. And of course, there was the little bit in the Skipper's Retreat, but that's really all the whip is used for. There's a couple of instances where, like, if you don't have the bomb bag yet, then it can be useful for activating something, so you can whip onto bombs. So that's the important one, by the way. So, now we can't go back. We have to continue on the path now, so let's just do that. By the way, here's a tip. Do not kill this guy with an arrow, because you're not meant to have the bow yet, so that will wreck everything. Alright. Ah, I thought I heard a bad sound from that. That guy's just carrying a Rupor on him. But hey, that's the 10th Rupor, as I think I've... Whoa, hang on. As I think I've mentioned in the past, I think the mode I did had 15. Fine, you want to shoot arrows? I can shoot arrows too. But There, see how you like that? Now here's the problem. This is going to connect back to a room that we've already been to. So honestly, I think I'm just going to leave and re-enter the dungeon. I think that would be the fastest thing to do right now. This is going to lead to the other side of the bars, like how you're supposed to get to the... Let's see, how you're supposed to get to the Vines chest that we just claw-shotted onto. So let's see if this is faster. Now obviously I have no comparison points, so that was a little like faulty, like I can't prove anything with that. But anyway, we can come in here now. I think it's funny how the whip chest itself probably actually requires the whip, because you can't get back without the whip, and unlike other games, you can't save wherever you want. So first of all, there's this door. What's funny is that this is a locked door, so... Oh yeah, we don't have to... Oh, we do probably still have to fight the boss at the bottom, huh? Normally you'd have to fight a mini-boss in order to get this chest. This would be the whip chest. And another Rupor, wow. Apparently instead of hearts, this place was hoarding all the Rupors. I say, after only getting 2. Oh! Hang on, no, they have a bomb here, so that you can blow yourself up and reset. Ooh, okay, that changes things. Okay, I did not know that. So let's see, I think we might end up having to fight this guy, because the door's probably gonna be locked. Let's see if it is. Is it locked? Oh, it's not. Alright, bye. No need to fight you. Game. Gonna take a bit to process it. Well, now that the dungeon music is the mid-boss theme. That's funny. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to make sure we knew what we were doing, and yeah, I think I have confirmed that this dungeon is one of the more notorious ones for not being able to really... Or this dungeon does seem to be one of the more notorious ones for long stretches of time where you don't have the... I don't know, it seems like there's a long time in between items, is what I'm saying, because we're gonna have to go through this whole section just to get to the boss key, so, let's see. I wonder if you're fast enough if you can use your own bomb. Oh no, it explodes. Okay. So we do have to do this the long way. You know what, I think I'll just speed up until we get to the chest, because we still got a long ways to go. Okay, and all of that was for... What was it all for? A red rupee. You might be able to see now why I don't like this dungeon all that much. There's some cool ideas in it, and I can see why people like it so much, but overall I find this dungeon to be not really very fun, especially this part where you just have to wait for it to fall. Okay, now we're gonna have the boss of the dungeon, which I have mentioned many times. I had to look up what to do my first time for very stupid reasons. Oh hey, the guy's... oh wait, no, he's not dead. Where is he? Oh no, is he invisible? Oh! Okay. I don't think that works properly. But either way, we're just going to go ahead and ignore you, because we don't need to fight you. It's funny, the game clearly does not know what to do. So now we got mid-boss music is back. We just gotta climb to the top here. And now you get to see the weirdness of the boss key. Like, seriously, you just have to do that. There's clearly no other sides that you have to do. I don't understand why they did that for this boss key. But anyway, one interesting thing is that it's like the one dungeon in the game to not immediately go into the boss after putting the boss key in. We have a little more dungeon to do. Now, of course, I'm going to be speeding up the boss as I did with others. It's a bit of a longer boss as well. So, the Randomizer's Ancient Cistern isn't really the best, and I hope we can get to the save point soon, because the game is clearly not happy with what we're doing right now. So let's just lift all of these and go all the way to the top. Alright, save point? Yeah, let's go ahead and save before the game crashes. And now fight the boss. Come here. Oh good, I think there was normally some dialogue there. I think the randomizer cut it out. Luckily we have a much stronger sword than we're supposed to have at this point in the game, so this boss shouldn't be too bad. At least the first phase should. The second phase is where the boss is always really long and annoying though. My god, that fight takes forever, I swear. That was like half the length of the dungeon. And not half the dungeon, like half the length of like the rest of the dungeon. Gosh, I hate fighting that thing. But at least the dungeon itself actually was not bad at all. I think we took out the entire thing, including the boss, in like 30 minutes. Which is like nuts. Okay, so it probably didn't take half the time it took to beat the rest of the dungeon. It just feels like it. Okay, and what is this? So that's useless. And, well, I guess not 100% useless. I mean, its use is to be used with the what? Oh, that's weird. Hang on, did I mess something up? Why did it just take me back here? You know why it took me back there? Because I probably entered the wrong door. Yeah, it's this big glowy door, not the other door. So, yeah, I guess I technically did miss. Or, not miss, but I guess I technically did mess something up. Oh boy, let's just get this dungeon reward. Would normally be a sword upgrade. In fact, the first sword upgrade, but let's see what it is now. Eventually, that's right. I think, is this one with a cutscene beforehand? No. Alright, then what did I say? There is indeed a heart container here. We've got 3 more of these, but only 5 more pieces of heart. I guess we don't have that many more items to get, so I cut out myself saving. You didn't really need to worry about that. So now let's go to the sky. I think, wow, we really don't have much else to do right now, huh? I mean, well, what makes sense is now going back to the sky, collecting all of the goddess chests that opened up. Because, I mean, this video is probably going to be too short. So, we should collect a couple more of the goddess chests, because we really are running out of things to do, but that's in the good way, because that means we're almost done with the randomizer. I believe really all that we have left are various goddess cubes and Levias, but I don't want to do Levias. Alright, so let's check. Yeah, lots of goddess cubes. Okay, so first one, I'm going to check on something. Huh. I guess I forgot to mark this on my tracker. I haven't marked that we didn't ever get that goddess chest. But yeah, we've gotten both of the goddess chests here, so I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway, on to the goddess, or the goddess chest that we haven't collected yet. Okay, previously we got the goddess chest that was on the outside of this volcanic island, but oh god. Let's hope we land inside this time. Alright. And now we're on the inside. You can fall into this thing, but I like waiting until I have the claw shots just to be absolutely sure that we can get this. Alright, what is it? Another piece of, or another heart container. So, it would be nice to get the final Earth Temple key, so maybe in the next episode, if we find both things in the sky, next episode we could just knock out the, okay, yeah, that's, yeah, I think we knew both of those. So, if we can find everything else we need in the sky, come on, there we go. Then in the next episode we could just knock out Fire Sanctuary and Earth Temple. Would that be nice? Got the Sky Keep small key. Oh boy, that's gonna help us so much. Let me see, what tree color is it? That one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, woohoo! Glad we got that. Alright, all the way back on this island that we got the chest up there. I just want to confirm, make sure we got this chest up here. We did, okay, good. But anyway, there's another chest, or the goddess chest, up here. Alright, what is it? Who knows? I don't know, but we're about to know. Wow, would you look at that? That's the last Earth Temple key. Hang on. Alright, with that we have collected the last piece of the key, and now we can enter the Earth Temple, which means the only thing stopping us is the true Master Sword. You know, actually, I think a good final thing to do in this episode would be to go back to the sealed grounds and see if we can't, hang on. See if we can't get that one item that I always try to get, but I'm never able to. You never know, it could be the final sword upgrade, and then, honestly, next episode could very well be the finale, as I just speed through the final couple of dungeons. Because all we're waiting for, man, is that final sword upgrade. So can I do your thing? Please say I can do it, now that I've activated one of those things. Alright. No. Please no. Why? Why can't I figure out how to make you do your thing? I bet you I can even make the thing spawn. Yes, I can make the thing spawn. Oh, here we go, actually. I bet you have to make it spawn and then ask him. Yeah, okay, there we go. Arrow and repose. That's the easiest one. That's the one I did earlier. Just gotta draw an arrow here. Alright, we got it. So finally we're able to get this item, which was just a piece of heart. That's what it is normally, but that is unfortunate. Alright. Now let's see, there's another item that I think we might be able to get now that we have the Master Sword. Actually, whatever it is in there, we probably can't do until we beat all the dungeons, huh? Alright, well, I think that might be a good place to end off the episode, actually. So, in the next episode, we're going to collect some more goddess chests that are scattered throughout, specifically Skyloft, and there's one more in the sky. And then enter the Fire Sanctuary. Actually, does it make more sense to do Fire Sanctuary or Earth Temple? I think it makes more sense to do Fire Sanctuary. See if we can't get that final thing, or final object. What? No. The final sword upgrade, there we go. Anyway, I'm gonna actually go to a place with more music, so that y'all can end off the episode in a much better place. So anyway, next episode, depending on how things go, very well could be the finale. So, like always, until next time, goodbye.